Hello, my friends from South Carolina, and hopefully Governor McMaster, if you happen to hear this, hello to you. My name is Ed Ryan, and I'm heading up the Pop the Locks program. It's a national effort to gain the early release of elderly inmates, a compassionate proposal so that people don't have to die in jail. Mostly we are finding out that these elderly inmates have served a lot of time and they represent no harm or little harm to the community. You know, the risk of reoffending is very low. Just to let you know, we've been working with California, which has a massive elderly population of over 22,000. And we are, hoping to get some success with Gavin Newsom, maybe releasing up to 5,000 elderly inmates, and the long-range proposal is eventually to end this is the beginning of the end of America's hideous, racist mass incarceration system. And the entire ending of the mass incarceration system is probably not going to happen in America until we elect the right president who has the backbone and the righteousness enough to do this, to federalize the state prisons, and then him alone can issue the appropriate pardon or commutation paperwork. And in one swipe, we can take care of a problem that is plaguing America in ways that are, bad for not only its national psyche, but for its reputation around the world. We have a population, a prison population that is nearly 20% higher than the nearest competitor, if I put it that way. We are failing in America by just jailing and warehousing people. But the real problem is this: it's a racist thing that we're doing, because for the most part, many of these people are African American males. And these men, more than you'd think, are either over sentenced, as is the case in South Carolina, I learned, where African American men are receiving sentences 20% higher than white males for the same crime. That's a fact, Jack, and that's not good. So, that is good evidence for this early release proposal of Pop the Locks, But the right way to look at this is compassionate. We, as Americans, as we go forward to a better place, a better country in the future, we don't want to do the hate and harm and hurt thing anymore. I don't believe that. I think we want to do good by people. We want to help people. We want to be compassionate people. What better way to do that than to say to elderly inmates, regardless of their crime, who are looking at dying in prison, hey, look, man, we looked at you closely, and we're going to give you a second shot. You're going to take it. You're going to actually have a bit of a life outside of jail. You're not going to die in jail. That's good news. And you know what? That's a win-win, because it doesn't cost us. We actually save money because it's less money we have to spend supervising people in the prisons. The sooner America gets away from this horrible, racist mass incarceration thing, the better off we're going to be as a population. I have no doubt. Anyways, my friends, I'm Ed Ryan, and thank you for hearing me out.